understand I'm the last one standing, between lunch and all of you guys, and I'll try and keep my, my sort of commentary limited to 5 minutes because I'm hungry myself. First of all, very impressive presentations by fellow speakers here and leaders of all the smart cities. It only gives us, as citizens, actually only assures us that we're going to be living in better and, better smart cities going forward. Just a little bit about ourselves. I'm a part of Tata Communications, as I was just introduced. Tata Communications IoT journey in smart cities started about 4 years back when company took a decision to, actually, you know what, I'm not going to use a presentation. I cannot cover everything in 5 minutes, so don't change the slides, please. And we decided to invest into what we call as a dedicated IoT network meant for smart cities across India. As I speak, today we are actually live now in about 55 cities, and we have also stitched the dedicated freight corridor of India. What this network does is, it's actually meant for, multiple devices, massive number of devices to get connected and throw data as and when the data needs are really. So you're not depending on a typical GSM network for your, machine-to-machine connectivity that is primarily being used or consumed by human beings, where we need more and more bandwidth. We want to, do video streaming, we want to do video calls and so on. So we decided to sort of, implement that network. And then on top of that network, we started to design solutions. In terms of smart city specific solutions, we actually went ahead with what we call as individual light monitoring. Most of the projects that I actually saw have had some component of smart lighting. And I think, while it's actually very heartening to know that a lot of halogen and, a lot of sort of retrofitting is happening and lightings are sort of being replaced by LED, what makes more sense is, and how do we sort of go and automate these lights better and get even more better results really. So the solution that we have, what we call as individual light monitoring, sits on top of each of these LEDs and can further save you 25% of energy. And not just that, it also brings down your operational and maintenance, cost, because you can actually pinpoint on a specific light and do analytics based on that. Very, very effective for your arterial roads and even, even for large highways where you're not just dealing with a group of lights. There are many more advantages of ILM, and I can actually go on and on, but that's one area that we sort of invested in, and we do full end-to-end solution for that. So we work with OEMs such as, major light organizations that we have in the country. We also work with EPC organizations. And we are a technology company, so we basically take, the entire component of the controller that I talked about, the platform on which the controller will be put in, the platform that connects to the network, which is dedicated on our side, and the platform and, and the UI and UX as an application that you get to the, that you experience as a user really. So all the 4 components of a typical IoT is actually with us. And why would you want to go ahead with us? Let's say in any of the IoT or any of the connected devices projects, you would know that the connectivity plays a major role, right? So if the connectivity doesn't work, especially in far-flung remote areas, then the whole system can actually come crumbling down. And that's the, that's where we basically bring in a lot of expertise, and we give an SLA of connected, of connectivity really. The other area that we actually went in was water, right? Now water, as you all know, is going to be the single biggest, scarce item going forward. As some of you may know, South Africa has reached a level where they only entitle 80 liters of water to their citizen really, right? Now in 80 liter, what can we do? You can have a bath maybe once a day and wash your hands twice a day. India is fast racing towards that as well, really, right? And there is a lot of focus now in the new government, actually in the new regime of the government, to focus more on water. On water specifically, we have solutions which works not just in terms of giving you the billability of water, and so therefore you could control things like non-revenue water and so on, but can also throw analytics back on each of the water consuming unit, whether it's a house or a commercial unit, to tell them, hey, what's been your water consumption really? Is there a leakage or anything else that is happening at home while you are away, right? So you get those kind of analytics, and you basically take, charge of water consumption in your own hands. Idea is not just about, billing for the right consumption instead of a flat billing that we have seen as 100 rupees per home per month, but also, raising the awareness among the water consumers of the country. The third one that I want to quickly touch upon is safety. And citizen safety is actually one of the major concerns in almost all smart cities. And I think from where I come, from north of India, that is of such a big concern. And what happens is most of the safety applications that you would see reside on your, on your cell phone, on your handphone. And guess what? The phone is the first victim when an attack is actually happening, right? The phone is either thrown off or broken or, or crushed or whatever really. Now, how about if we have a, if we have a pole on which we've installed this smart light, can I actually put up a smart button there that a citizen can just press in panic, and that pressing of that event, that button creates an event which sends a notification to the security agency so that the rescue operation can actually begin. Those kind of applications is where we are focusing on and investing more and more time, and these are very, very specific, applications that I'm actually talking about where Tata Communications is actually spending time. I'm going to be around during lunch and even, for rest of the day. I have a presentation lined up after the lunch session in a different sort of talk altogether, and I'll be happy to share more with you guys. Until then, that's all from me. Thank you.